When you will do good, know to whom you do it, so you will be thanked for your benefits. Do good to the godly man, and you will find recompense, and if not from him, yet from the Most High. There can no good come to him that is always occupied in evil, nor to him that gives no alms. Give to the godly man, and help not a sinner. Do well to him that is lowly, but give not to the ungodly. Hold back your bread, and give it not to him, lest he overmaster you thereby, for else you will receive twice as much evil for all the good that you have done to him. For the Most High hates sinners, and will repay vengeance to the ungodly, and keeps them against the mighty day of their punishment. Give to the good, and help not the sinner. A friend cannot be known in prosperity, and an enemy cannot be hidden in adversity. In the prosperity of a man, enemies will be grieved, but in his adversity, even a friend will depart. Never trust your enemy, for like as iron rusts, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself, and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and you will be to him as if you had wiped a looking-glass, and you will know that his rust has not been altogether wiped away. Set him not by you, lest, when he has overthrown you, he stand up in your place. Neither let him sit at your right hand, lest he seek to take your seat, and you at last remember my words, and be pricked therewith. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come near wild beasts? So one that goes with a sinner, and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity? For a while he will abide with you, but if you begin to fall, he will not tarry. An enemy speaks sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagines how to throw you into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. If adversity come upon you, you will find him there first, and though he pretend to help you, yet will he undermine you. He will shake his head, and clap his hands, and whisper much, and change his countenance. He that touches pitch will be defiled therewith, and he that has fellowship with a proud man will be like to him. Burden not yourself above your power while you live, and have no fellowship with one that is mightier and richer than yourself. For how agree the kettle and the earthen pot together? For if the one be smitten against the other, it will be broken. The rich man has done wrong, and yet he threatens withal. The poor is wronged, and he must entreat also. If you be for his profit, he will use you, but if you have nothing, he will forsake you. If you have anything, he will live with you. Yea, he will make you bear, and will not be sorry for it. If he have need of you, he will deceive you, and smile upon you, and put you in hope. He will speak the fair, and say, What do you want? And he will shame you by his meats, until he has drawn you dry twice or thrice. And at the last he will laugh you to scorn afterward. When he sees you, he will forsake you, and shake his head at you. Beware that you be not deceived and brought down in your jealousy. If you be invited of mighty men, withdraw yourself, and so much the more will he invite you. Press not upon him, lest you be put back. Stand not far off, lest you be forgotten. Affect not to be made equal to him in talk, and believe not his many words, for with much communication he will tempt you, and smiling upon you will he get your secrets. But cruelly he will lay up your words, and will not spare to do you hurt, and to put you in prison. Observe, and take good heed, for you walk in peril of your overthrowing. When you hear these things, awake in your sleep. Love the Lord all your life, and call upon him for your salvation. Every beast loves his kind, and every man loves his neighbor. All flesh consorts according to kind, and a man will cleave to his like. What fellowship has the wolf with the lamb? so the sinner with the godly. What agreement is there between the hyena and a dog? And what peace between the rich and the poor? As the wild ass is the lion's prey in the wilderness, so the rich eat up the poor. As the proud hate humility, so do the rich abhor the poor. A rich man beginning to fall is held up of his friends, but a poor man being down is thrust away by his friends. When a rich man is fallen, he has many helpers. He speaks things not to be spoken, and yet men justify him. The poor man slipped, and yet they rebuked him too. He spoke wisely, and could have no place. When a rich man speaks, every man holds his tongue, and look what he says. They extol it to the clouds. But if the poor man speak, they say, "What fellow is this?" And if he stumble, they will help to overthrow him. Riches are good to him that has no sin, and poverty is evil in the mouth of the ungodly. The heart of a man changes his countenance, whether it be for good or evil, and a merry heart makes a cheerful countenance. A cheerful countenance is a token of a heart that is in prosperity, and the finding out of parables is a wearisome labor of the mind. Blessed is the man that has not slipped with his mouth, and is not pricked with the multitude of sins. Blessed is he whose conscience has not condemned him, and who has not fallen from his hope in the Lord. Riches are not comely for a stingy person, and what should an envious man do with money? He that gathers by defrauding his own soul gathers for others, that will spend his goods riotously. He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He will not take pleasure in his goods. There is none worse than he that envies himself, and this is a recompense of his wickedness. And if he does good, he does it unwillingly, and at the last he will declare his wickedness. The envious man has a wicked eye. He turns away his face, and despises men. A covetous man's eye is not satisfied with his portion, and the iniquity of the wicked dries up his soul. A wicked eye envies his bread, and he is stingy at his table. My son, according to your ability do good to yourself, and give the Lord his due offering. Remember that death will not be long in coming, and that the covenant of the grave is not shown to you. Do good to your friend before you die, and according to your ability, stretch out your hand and give to him. Defraud not yourself of the good day, and let not the part of a good desire overpass you. Will you not leave your travails to another, and your labors to be divided by the lot? Give and take, and sanctify your soul, for there is no seeking of dainties in the grave. All flesh waxes old as a garment, for the covenant from the beginning is, you will die the death. As of the green leaves on a thick tree, some fall and some grow, so is the generation of flesh and blood. One comes to an end, and another is born. Every work rots and is consumed away, and the worker thereof will go withal. Blessed is the man that does meditate good things in wisdom, and that reasons of holy things by his understanding. He that considers her ways in his heart will also have understanding in her secrets. Go after one as one that traces, and lie in wait in her ways. He that pries in at her windows will also hearken at her doors. He that does lodge near her house will also fasten a pin in her walls. He will pitch his tent near to her, and will lodge in a lodging where good things are. He will set his children under her shelter, and will lodge under her branches. By her he will be covered from heat, and in her glory will he dwell.